as
the crashdown comes in. Elk doesn't even need to burn a single summoner spell. It's just that damn easy. BLG with first blood. Does lockdown on, but he initiates the crashdown. And oh my goodness, Knight was already level 6 with the Between Worlds. Does so much burst. And
different mon.
I think Photic is in trouble. And yes, he is. Bin all out, takes the rat downtown, puts him back into the grave. Wei had no idea that BLG were waiting in the wings. They get that first pick onto the plant lady, and now it's tough love, man. Bullet time. Good night, Zhuo. And the rest of LNG. Death Charge does go on away, and On is forced to flash, but the Ignite, along with the Leandri's burn from Wei, does take him out. And they're not going to even need to use the all-out. Haichao's just got nowhere else to run. On was distracting the rest of LNG on the bottom flank, and he is still alive because LNG cannot push through this corridor. Here comes the rest of the CC. Zhuo tries to look for a re-engage, and they try to pepper him down with the long-range damage on Photic's back end, but he's just got no... Don't even care about the Ziggs bombs and the Zyra plants. However, On does get blown up. And that's really darn good for LNG. Now a 5 versus 4, but Zika's caught on the wrong side of the tracks, trying to play distraction and might just escape, but Wei lands a well-timed W through the wall and now has possessed the Mbessa. And the rest of LNG are nowhere near close to... Oh boy, as soon as they see an enemy out of position, On wastes no time. However, Elk gets bursted down. This is really critical for LNG. Major carry gone, but Wei has the power of the resets, and he could just rip through the team by himself. He's got Bin, he's got Knight, all in the back pocket to try and assist him on these possessions. And Strangle Thorns, but Knight on the right side, good flank, Between Worlds, finds the jungler, pops him, and Photic...
But okay, they find another. That's good. Okay, using the objective to get kills, but sticking it here is still a bit hairy. They have it down to 4K. LNG gonna be a give. Well played by BLG. They pull off, and now with the GA buffs, they're just going to continue.
Yeah, there's no flash on Photic, so he's been cut off from the rest of the support of his team.
Looks way too good yet again.
So good, and he knows that Photic and Wei don't have flashes. Easily pops one of the mages. The bullet time rips apart the support, and LNG frontline is now turning into paper mache. Knight finds Photic once again and says, hey, do you remember the laning phase, my friend, where I killed you like 2 or 3 times? Well, here's a 4th death for you. They're trying to all in to see if they can get at least 1 kill and knock down the Medjai Soul Stealer stacks. At least 1 victory for LNG today, but it looks like Zika is trying to deal with... Oh my god, a poor Haichao just cannot endure the pressure from Elk's misfortune. Zhuo gets knocked up once again, and there's the final window that BLG needed to put the wrapping touches on this game. Nice try, LNG, but you're gonna have to try way harder if you want to step to the reigning world finalists. GG, well played. BLG take game 1. That it should be that successful but they burned both summoner spells on a Photic, and he's super low. They just need 1 more. Wei doesn't have flash anymore, but he lines up the wind, becomes lightning. No, he doesn't even need the flash. He's in range. It's a nice trade kill for LNG to get 1 back and punish as he can secure this crash safely, but they're just going to go right onto Zika, and the flash does not escape the range of the taunt. On with the cocoon flash, locks down this Braum. Here comes Wei. Maybe they can find a way to turn this one around based off that last concussive blow stacked up, but Wei decides against it. Well, he has a flash, but the Crescent Guard is not going to protect him when they get in melee range and lock him down with all those ultimate abilities, and that's a nice catch from LNG. Out of control. They get the feats of strength. But Bin's in trouble. Sika with the rumble is able to burn him to a crisp.
Down a level by Wei, flash by Knight. Goodbye, Haichao.
Good night indeed. Now, big shutdown onto Haichao, and it is for Knight, but the rest of the cavalry from LNG are swarming in. Wei's got nowhere else to run. Bin throws down the hero's entrance, provides the knockup they need to at least trade 1 back onto Wei. Han trotted. On Cocoon Flash. I think he found the 1 target into Zika, and that was the main hero that we were looking at LNG to step up. But if he's gone, the rest of LNG, and I don't think they're rocking the firepower needed to tango with the best in the LPL. BLG already finding 2 kills off the back of that pick, and they're going to turn their faces right back to the Otacon.
Fine, right?
I mean, Nexus turret 1 falls. Zhuo is the first target they find, and he just gets completely decimated. BLG, decent damage, but remember, the voracious Otacon gives them the GA, so they're not actually that dead. They can come back with the power of TPs if they need it. BLG goes all the way in, but he's got Knight in his back pocket, and he unloads the rockets into his back. LNG tried, but it just wasn't enough. Once again, a BLG now have them cornered 2-0 in the series. GG, well played. Does have to be careful though, because if he times the with his own flash, and now is trying to keep in range of him using the slow from the red buff, and here comes Haichao Wait on back. Wei with first blood. Normally I say that Featherstorm is a great answer into the Nocturne Paranoia, but not when you don't have it off cooldown. And On tries to save his 80 carry with the Tempered Fate. As I don't think he was expecting this cow, and he gets interrupted on the magical journey out. He's not getting out alive at all. And with the lights turned out, to look for the punish on the bin, Grandmaster's pipe is just popped a little too late, I fear. My goodness. This is the Featherstorm, but there's a flanking Jewel, and they follow him into the jungle quadrant, and this time the rocket finds its mark. No barrier, no Featherstorm, nothing to protect. Has no tools this time to escape, and this is a guaranteed kill. BLG's first one of this game 3, which has to dodge the Temper Fate, and surely this should be a solid shutdown bounty going back over to Elk.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Little far from Wei, but Haichao is forced back into Wei anyway, since the rest of BLG was collapsing through the bottom quadrant of that jungle. Still looking for the turnaround and the follow-up, but Wei turns around with a collapse of his own. The counterattack is too great for LNG to overcome, and the rest of BLG's strength rises in numbers. LNG! And I don't think Zika's got any more friends to bail him out of this one. Baron is alive for the taking. BLG have numbers. And they might deal with the waves first before
a mile.
Wei steps up. Jewel pops the ultimate, tries to reduce as much damage as he can, but he's separated from the team. Good locket timing, Tempered Fate. He sidesteps it, but Knight comes in, and now he's looking for Wei. The rest of the backline from LNG completely zoned off. Zika rejoins the fight. Wei pushing forward, and the Shield Assault just completely demolishes LNG's front line and backline in one swift strike.
Last fight was fantastic on the Bard. And BLG ending this series with a hell of a punctuation mark at the end, as this was a game where you called it out, Rafa. LNG